Hello, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I'm here every Monday around 9 p.m. Amsterdam, Central European time, playing music for you, playing piano from Amsterdam, from my home, my grand piano, my Yamaha grand piano, my C7, one of my keyboards. This is the Korg R3, and I use some effects and all of that to make it sometimes sound more ambient. And that's what we are doing here, here in the lockdown, serious lockdown again here in the Netherlands. Probably is going to be worse with a curfew from 8 o'clock p.m. So we're still going to be stuck for a while. I don't want to go into the rest of the whole COVID thing, but it does imply that I'll be streaming a lot again, also with guests actually, not physical guests but like inviting guests. Like last night, I had a really nice interview with Dutch bass player Joris Tippy, and coming Sunday I will have a fantastic guest from Norway. Her name is Hildegunn Øystedt. She's a wonderful trumpet player, but she also plays the traditional Norwegian goat horn and actually improvises on that. Fascinating personality, wonderful human being. I'm really looking forward to this. So that'll be coming Sunday. I'll announce it. If you are on this live stream and you're watching on Facebook, please do me a big favor and simply share this live stream, because thanks to you, music lovers who share this, it reaches other music lovers. And thanks to this, this lockdown at least, and all this live streaming has brought me so many new fans, people who started following me, listening to my music, which is also on Spotify, a lot of new videos on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm all over the place. So please follow me and hit bell icons, switch on notifications. Then you will know whenever I go live, etc., etc. So thanks for that. Let's see. I heard some chats coming in here. I see someone from Brazil. Opiano Subas Perspectivas from Brazil. Andrea Luis Teixeira. Your music is wonderful. Thanks. Thank you all the way from Brazil. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Andrea. And then Linda's here, my good friend. She's always supporting me. Linda from the Netherlands. And then we have Cliff. Cliff Wallace. Hi, Cliff. Thanks for being here. Cliff is all the way, he's based out of Cape Town, South Africa. I'm actually wondering how the situation is there, because I'm a frequent traveler to South Africa. In fact, it's my second home somehow, but I haven't been there in a while. And, you know, with all the traveling I'm used to doing, I have so many friends all over the world, and I'm in touch with a lot of people, but it's hard to keep track what's going on in every country in terms of Corona and if we can travel again. But at least here it's still going to take a long time. I think, personally, if we musicians will be able to play again in the summer, our summer in the Northern Hemisphere, then I think we would be really lucky. So, yeah. One other thing, there is a PayPal link, donation link, zero obligation, but a donation would be highly appreciated because, for obvious reasons. So let me know if you have any questions, if you have any requests, and in the meanwhile, let me play something else for you. Actually, the piece I opened up with was more or less improvised, and then I went into When You Wish Upon a Star. Yeah, this was a rendition of a classical composition, the Adagio by the Italian composer Albinoni. I think it's a lovely melody, and I decided to give it a kind of a, well, solo piano treatment. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Let me check all your comments here. This is a nice question from Jan Willem Tulp, who's actually a really nice pianist himself. Thanks, and he's an amazing scientist. That's his core thing. Designs incredible applications. And what's your website again? Tulp Interactive, huh? Tulp Interactive. Really amazing stuff. Check that out. Jan Willem, thanks for tuning in. Yes. Well, you're asking me, your style reminds me a bit of Claire Fischer. So I was wondering, how much has he been an influence on your playing? Well, the question is the answer. Because this man, actually, earlier today, I posted a video on Facebook. You can find it on my profile, where he plays like an incredible intro on around midnight, playing an organ. This is like the Yamaha EX42, some obscure organ in the, I believe in the 80s. This was recorded, and he plays like this introduction around midnight, and the way he harmonizes it is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, Claire Fischer, to me, one of the most amazing people musicians who ever lived. He was a composer, a pianist. He was a master in playing Latin piano. And then he arranged for Prince, the pop star. And he wrote a lot of orchestral music, contemporary music, like so versatile and everything at the highest possible level. Really absolute genius. And he harmonically, I think he brought things to another level. I think like people like Jacob Collier and all. And actually, I met Jacob. And we had quite a long talk. It was really nice. He played here in the Netherlands, in Utrecht. And after we had a nice chat for like an hour. Super cool person, of course. Amazing human being. But he's totally obsessed with Claire Fischer. And he also admitted that Claire Fischer has been a major influence on his on his harmonic treatments, and it's the same here. What I'll actually thinking of now as we speak or as I speak is to maybe dedicate a whole live stream to Claire Fischer. I'm actually also in touch with his son Brent, who is a great bass player and also really like preserving his legacy. So if you go to clairefischer.com or .org, I believe, you can find a lot of stuff there. And of course, he's all over Spotify. Check him out, Claire Fischer. Nice question, Jan Willem. Thank you. I could be talking about Claire Fischer for hours, so maybe I'll do that in a separate live stream. And Linda's asking, what can you do? This is in Dutch. Let me translate this. What can you do if your left hand, technically, in force and coordination, is behind, or as behind as opposed to your right hand? Well, of course, everything comes down to practicing. But if it comes to practicing for pianists, I strongly believe. Well, let me put it like this: I absolutely don't believe in practicing hands separately. I don't think that makes any sense. I really think the best way is to practice two hands at the same time. But the thing is, here you have to do it extremely, extremely, extremely slow. And that's the thing. The slower you practice, the faster you will play. And with faster, I mean both in fast in terms of speed, but also in terms of saving time. And all the world-class musicians I've been working with, they'll all agree, slow practicing is the key to take care of every detail, and also whatever technical challenge you have, like in this case, a weaker left hand as opposed to the right hand, the only way to really practice this is slow. And what I always do when I practice every day, also this morning, I use a metronome. So I put it on a very low speed. There are also some great metronome apps which gradually, like after every 4 bars or after every minute, you can increase the speed with like 1 BPM. And you can like program practicing session from maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then really, because if you play extremely slow, then your brain will be able to focus on both hands at the same time. And then as the speed increases, it gets more difficult. Then if you find it difficult, go back to a slower speed, and like that you build it up. Like that's the way I've been doing it for many years, and have been teaching students the same thing, this way of practicing, and it really works great. So slow practicing, always with 2 hands, and use the metronome and start extremely slow. And also another practice tip I always give for any musician, any vocalist, whatever. I know it's sometimes hard with so many, especially when you're a student and there's so much going on, and also in daily life. It's better to master a small thing, even if it takes a couple of hours, but make sure you master it, whether it's a chord progression or a line or whatever it is. Master this first before you move on to the next challenge, the next exercise. The big problem is you practice it a little bit, and you kind of feel it's not good yet, it's not perfect, and then you go, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you do something else. And that's, I think, a big thinking mistake. Really go into the detail as much as you can, master the detail, and only then move on to the next subject, the next thing you want to practice. And also keep in the back of your mind that there is a difference between practicing and playing. Because if you really practice, if you're really 100% focused with practicing, it's amazing how much you can do in like only 10 minutes. If it's really about practicing. So mastering one thing doesn't have to take hours. If you're really incredibly focused on what you're doing, zero distraction, switch off your phone, airplane mode, all of that, don't be distracted, then it's amazing what you can do like in 10, 15 minutes. So those are general practicing tips, and hopefully, Linda, it also answers your question about the coordination thing. But always with 2 hands again. Let's see, got quite some Um, hello Jack. Jack Redeker. He is writing Lekker Mike, mijn eerste... sorry, I'm translating this to English. Nice Mike. My first... I got to know you. The album Make Someone Happy. Yeah. In 1998, one of my first albums featuring Toots Tielemans. Yeah, that was great. That was actually... I was so over the moon that I recorded this CD. I recorded this album in trio. And my big dream was to play with Toots and to record. And I just sent them a cassette to the management. And then they called me. They said, well, Toots really likes your music. He wants to record. He gave me a great price, and he recorded. And I'm so incredibly still very happy with that album. And it actually led to many collaborations with Toots because I've played in total over a period of 10 years, off and on, I played around 150 concerts with him worldwide. And what I learned from this man was totally unbelievable, beyond comprehension. The gig of my life, especially because, I think there's a lot to be said about Toots, and there are a lot of incredible musicians out there to perform with. But what made Toots really special for me was that he was a pioneer. And the thing is, with a pioneer, there's a whole different energy there, with a way of thinking, because Toots actually took the harmonica from nothing, and nobody played the harmonica like that. The harmonica was being used for some blues and all of that, and he just took the harmonica from scratch and created all this incredible music. So there was a really interesting mind behind that. And imagine you're sitting next to this man on planes and trains in Japan and all of that, and being able to share all this valuable time with this person, not only on stage, but also off stage. And I am still so grateful for having that opportunity. It really was a life-changing gig for me. Yes, Jan Willem. Back to Claire Fischer for a second. That's true. There was a Dutch TV show called Session. Yeah. And the Claire Fischer group was there. Well, it was an amazing show. One song I remember from there is Opatu. Yeah. Opatu is a goose in Brazil, in Portuguese. And it has the same chord changes that Take the A Train. And actually, there's a fantastic arrangement. I forgot which album, but there is an amazing arrangement of Claire Fischer with Opatu, with a choir, like a vocal group, kind of a close harmony thing. I think if you search for Claire Fischer Opatu, you'll easily find it. Amazing, yeah. Hello, Silvio, comisar, excelente desde Argentina. Muchas gracias. Thank you. Wow, really people watching from all over the world. So that's something I really, that's so nice about this live stream thing, that usually I travel all over the world, which is of course not possible. And I'm afraid it's still not going to be possible for a long time. But the great thing about it is that about the live stream, it's a good alternative. It's an alternative. It's not the best alternative, but it's an alternative. And people really unite here on my laptop. People I know from all over the world, I see them popping in here on my laptop in my living room. So that's really cool. So, but I can't wait to hop on the plane again and be out there and play for people, because, it's nice to be in touch with my audience like this through live streams, and it catches a lot of attention, especially because of people sharing my live streams all the time, which really reached a whole new audience, which is great. But it's, I'm used now to staring into a camera, knowing everybody, well, a lot of people are watching, but nothing comes close to really facing an audience and really looking people's eyes and all of that. But okay, we have to deal with this. We're on the same boat here, so let's not complain about it and stay positive. So before I play, actually I'll play something, a Toots, not a Toots composition, but something, a song which made Toots really famous here in the Netherlands. This is a soundtrack from the movie Turks Fruit, which means Turkish delight. And the song is entitled The Misty Red Beast, het mistige rode beest. And I'll finish the live stream with this one, but before I do this, again, if you are on Facebook, please share this, because again, it reaches a lot of people. Thanks to you guys sharing. Simply click on share, and please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I uploaded a new track on Spotify, brand new track. Please check it out as well. So I'm all over the place on the internet. So let me play this song, The Misty Red Beast, from the soundtrack from the movie, Dutch movie Turks Fruit, Turkish Delight. This was my rendition of a Dutch composition by the iconic Dutch arranger-conductor Rogier van Otterlo, who founded the Metropole Orchestra. And this piece is entitled The Misty Red Beast, from the Dutch iconic movie, actually. Here in the Netherlands is an iconic movie. It's entitled Turkish Fruit, Turkish Delight, actually. And this became very famous also because Toets Tielemans played on the soundtrack. So, yeah, okay. So before I'm going to say goodbye for tonight, so I'll be back on Sunday, coming Sunday, with a fantastic guest from Norway, Hildegunn Oyseth. She's a trumpet player and goat horn player. Wonderful human being, wonderful personality. We did quite some tours. We played in South Africa and in Norway, and she has a totally unique vision on music, and it's going to be really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. It'll be coming Sunday at 9 p.m. Amsterdam Central European Time, and every Monday I'm here with my piano live stream, also around 9 p.m. Amsterdam Central European Time. So again, please share, subscribe, like, switch on live notifications, whatever, on all the platforms. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Love you all. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of other people. All my love. Thank you, and have a good night.